Welcome to the Own Your Best Life podcast. I'm May Emson, your host, leadership and mindset coach. Here, we talk all things spiritual, mindset, business, leadership, and wellness for the modern seeker who wants to align their life with purpose and inspiration. We'll cover career changes, stress management, meditation, energy, intuition, and more. Each episode holds spiritual and practical tools to help you live a life of your wildest dreams without getting burnt out along the way. Ready to live a life on your own terms? This is the Own Your Best Life podcast. Welcome, friends, to episode number 35 of the Own Your Best Life podcast. Do you ever feel like you're really emotionally intelligent, but not always executing on your best version of yourself? And there is a difference between knowing and doing. You know it, but you might not be doing it. And this gap is often filled up by distractions, which really is the nature of our lives. Where we decide to focus our efforts is the difference between the results we either see or we don't see in our lives. And as we head into this next year, I want you to think about who you really are and what you truly want. And if you're looking for your next expansion to step into a different something, role, career, sense of purpose, time, you'll want to listen to today's episode where I dig into how we create more powerful visions of our lives and what holds us back. So let me start off by saying that what I'm going to share with you today was born out of necessity. And I remember very clearly when I began creating these personal yearly plans. I was looking to switch careers and manage overwhelm and burnout. I didn't know what my personal life was going to look like if I didn't figure out how to create more time in my life outside of work. I remember staring out of the window of the plane, pregnant with my first baby, on a work trip, and wishing that I could go on a retreat where I could just work through these questions. Who do I want to be? How do I want to be? And what will life look like a year from now? In any kind of big transition, when you're thinking about either new members of the family or a shift in your identity or a change in career, it brings up a whole set of questions on how do I do this? And I, of course, have always had this tendency to ask questions. And this has been a running joke through a lot of my childhood friends because I like to ask and think of the deep questions in life. So of course, I knew that because I wasn't spending time there, because I wasn't getting to the crux of it, that I was just living on this treadmill, running on the hamster wheel, moving from one thing to another, then I knew deep down that I wasn't getting to the important thing. I wasn't really uncovering, figuring out what I wanted in my life. And when you don't ask intelligent questions of your life, you're going to find that your life doesn't look as intelligently arranged. And what I mean about asking is this idea of a future vision that is so compelling. The idea of knowing what it is that you want. If you don't have a compelling future vision, we often end up where others want us to be. We become a part of someone else's plans and goals, and we don't have that mental fitness to stay in our own lanes or create new ones. And listen, I get it. Life is tiring and it's draining at times. Right now, me recording this, I'm exhausted. And so life feels that way for all of us. But if that's the case, what's the difference between the 365 days that you're going to live versus anyone else's? It will be in your intentions. And I know without a shadow of a doubt that these yearly plans worked. That the life I have today is because I came into each year and day with clear intentions and a roadmap. It does not mean that things don't change or you don't rearrange or you don't look at your plans again. But when you're in a space where you're working from a deep sense of conviction, where you tap into the subconscious, when you go into that next level vision of your life and you feel it and you have that clear intention as well as this clear desire for it, you will get there. And all of these things, whether it was switching careers, starting a business, buying a house, or improving my physical health and the relationships I had with my family, were all part of this plan and this roadmap. And if the results are so powerful, you might be asking, why don't more people do it? Well, it's because of our idea of time and resources. We either think we don't have the time to dedicate several hours to mapping out your future vision, or that you don't have the money to invest into an experience that can guide you. And I know each time that I blocked out my calendar for a retreat, or I invested money into a program or a course or a coach, I would face that small bit of trepidation. I would think, is this worth it? I have other financial goals as well. How do I want to be spending my time? I think that this was selfish, maybe a waste of time, and focus more on what people would think instead of what I think. Another part of me knew, though, that this wasn't a bet on an unknown. It was a bet on me. A core belief that you have to have when you're investing your time and money into a program or a retreat or a course or anything of that nature is that you will make it worth it. You are the deciding factor. I let go of the idea of the shoulds and knew that if I wanted a life that was different, I'd have to start making different decisions. I'd spend more money developing my inner world than my outer world. I'd start loving things that used to give me discomfort. Hello, cold showers. I'd be an unstoppable force of nature, and I'd also be a force for good. So as you head into this new year, I want you to reflect on how you'll have to make new or different decisions in order for you to have the quality of life that you deserve. And I want you to ask boldly, intelligently, and pointedly for what is it that you want. Is it more time? If so, how much more time? Is it more money? How much more money? Is it a different career? What kind of work would you like to do? When you've done that and thought through those questions, I want you to answer this next question. What are you willing to let go of to make room for the new? And why do you have to let go of something to make room for the new? Because the cost of your new life is your old one. So I'm hosting an experiential live retreat on December 13th, where we will focus on the topic of planning your best year. I'm telling you, I'm doing this for me as well as for you because this stuff works, and it works every year. So you can sign up at mayemson.com/yourbestyear to reserve your spot. There are some amazing bonuses for a 40-day May Cause Miracles meditation program. So you'll want to get on it now. Again, the dates are December 13th. We're going to spend an afternoon getting clear on what drives you, what you want from a holistic life point of view, and how to get there, the strategies and the action plan. I will see you there. So that's it, my friends, for this week. I hope you have a wonderful one, and I will see you soon. Thanks so much for joining us this week on Own Your Best Life. Make sure to subscribe to the show on iTunes or wherever you listen to podcasts so that you'll never miss a show. And while you're at it, can you please rate and review on iTunes? I would so appreciate it. Share it with a friend, take a screenshot of it, and tag @MayEmson. This helps continue to get the word out. For more show notes and resources, check out www.mayemson.com. It'll have all the links to everything you heard here today. Thanks so much for listening. It's time to own your best life.